We all know how legendary of a player Kobe Bryant was, and the impact that he had on the game will be remembered forever. And throughout his time in the NBA, he was faced with many challenges and he had many successes, and he was able to accomplish so much in the league. He won countless accolades, broke records, faced some of the greatest players of our generation, and most of all, he became a legend. Especially after the 2010 finals, he stamped his place amongst the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. And it looked like there was more to be done. While he was on the top of the world, he still wanted to compete at the highest level and win more rings. But then in 2013, Kobe Bryant, after having one of the best seasons of his career, faced the toughest challenge in the world as all the hard work he put into that season had now fallen apart.
Stops and Bryant again going to work, falls down, and then it seemed to be his knee, his foot, his ankle, and now his Achilles.
Pissed and sad. Worked really hard to get to this point. Just pissed.
You've had tons, and we've watched you tons of personal and professional challenges in your career. Is this at the top of the list?
Really probably Achilles. I didn't say they never come back the same. So I can hear it already. It's pissing me off right now. Just thinking about it. So.
But Kobe would still try and give his best to still be one of the best in the league. But unfortunately, his body was giving out more and more, and injuries were piling on left and right. And after the 2014-15 season, it seemed like there would be a major decision on the table for Kobe to make for his career. He was getting older and he was getting more prone to injuries, and heading into the 2016 season, after a little while into the season, he did not hesitate.
Basketball superstar Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement last night.
This season is all I have left to give. My heart can take the pounding, my mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye.
I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm okay with that.
Fans everywhere were very sad to hear he was walking away from the game of basketball, but at the same time, everyone in the league was happy to have even seen Kobe play over a 20-year span. He has had his time in the spotlight, and it was now time for him to leave and say goodbye to the game that he has loved. This would become dubbed as the Farewell Tour for Kobe, as every game that he played would be an event because it would be the last time he would play in each stadium, and it was filled with all kinds of emotions every single time. I remember watching the Farewell Tour happening in real time, and it was very sad to see him go. There was so much love for Kobe everywhere, and he was getting so much praise that he most rightfully deserved. Over the years, he was loved by many fans, and he was hated by many fans everywhere. He was so dominant at what he did, and he made everyone either like him or hate him. There was no in between, because everyone was just able to watch as he dominated so many times in his career. And honestly, everybody just watched in awe. With Kobe leaving the game, he was offering his wisdom and knowledge to the next generation of players that were on the come up. One of those being Devin Booker, who was a rookie, and Kobe was his idol. And in Kobe's last time in Phoenix, Booker finally got to play against his idol and show what he was made of.
Playing against Booker, I mean, he went straight to my move. The first time he caught it, you're not gonna beat me on my move, man. He has the right attitude. He has the right competitive spirit. I think his footwork's extremely sound. His fundamentals are extremely sound. And now it's just about him figuring out exactly what his game is.
Another player who was also given wisdom was Giannis Antetokounmpo, who looked up to Kobe as well, and he would eventually train and work out with him a year later, which would work out as he would eventually become an NBA champion and an MVP.
He made me believe Kobe Bryant thinks I can do this, lead my team and win MVP. I had to work hard.
And last but not least, Kyrie Irving, who was a student of the game, and Kobe was able to give him advice to help improve his game that would eventually become true in the 2016 season. And to see that in his last season was very beautiful, and it would turn into something more special because then came his last All-Star game, where he would be the leading vote getter, and he would get the greatest final introduction to Toronto.
An 18-time Western Conference All-Star, Kobe Bryant!
Amazing experience as he was given so much love and flowers by all the greatest players in the world, and fans gathered to give their goodbyes to Kobe as it would be the final time he would ever put on an All-Star game uniform.
The road has come to an end. You've been an unbelievable mentor to me. Thank you for everything you've done for this league. Because of you, the reason why I play so hard. The game is going to miss you.
Proud to be a friend, be a brother.
Kobe Bean. Salute, my brother.
The game was amazing, and while not winning the All-Star Game MVP, he was still the most praised person there that night, and all the players were grateful for being able to play with Kobe one last time. And as Kobe's season was winding down, he had to have one final showdown between LeBron James, who was the best player in the world at that time. At the end of it, there was nothing but love between the both of them, as throughout their years, they were brothers and competitors. We have seen these two compete at the highest level against each other as opponents. We have seen them compete as teammates, and it was something special to watch two of the greatest to ever play duel it out one last time. And at this point in the season, the Lakers definitely were not making the playoffs, and Kobe did not have the greatest final year of his career. But Kobe was getting his flowers, he was able to give his goodbyes, and he was able to give some lasting wisdom for some of the next generation of players. If he had decided to set out for the rest of the season, it would have been understandable. But come on, we all knew that wasn't going to happen. Which we arrive at Kobe's final game. And what's funny is that there was another game being played at the same time as Kobe's last game, which was the 73-9 Warriors. Kobe was able to give his final goodbye, his one last farewell, in the place where Kobe Bryant was born. He was able to play in the place where he brought 5 championships, the place where the Black Mamba torched so many players, the place where he became one of the greatest to ever wear the purple and gold. This was definitely an emotional goodbye. There was a tearful tribute, you had celebrities, and the stadium was packed. What made this final game very poetic was that it was against Utah, the team Kobe played in the second round of the 97 playoffs, and in the closeout game, in his first ever postseason, he airballed so many shots, and he was clowned for it, and a lot of people doubted him in that moment. To now 20 years later, and while in his last game ever, with the jitters and all the fans watching, he proceeded to do this.
That's Kobe. Oh, yeah! To the basket, Kobe. Third.
What has he got?
Hits the seeking Kobe for 3. Yes. Going to the basket. Kobe Bryant. There it is. Bryant from 14 has 53. Bryant for 3. Oh! On the move with the jumper. He got 58 points. And the Lakers lead. And on his final night, he has 6 60-point games in his career. Timeout, Utah.
That, to me, is the greatest ending to a beautiful career for Kobe Bryant. He had some ups, and he had some downs, but what remained the same was his hunger and his mentality. Kobe was able to achieve so much in his career, and he had a lasting impact on the game that is still felt to this day. This farewell tour for Kobe Bryant was so beautiful and a noble end to a legendary career.
To be drafted and then traded to this organization and to spend 20 years here, I mean, you can't write something better than this. Thank you guys for all the years of support. Thank you guys for all the motivation. Thank you for all the inspiration. This has been absolutely beautiful, you guys. I can't believe it's come to an end. You guys will always be in my heart. God, I love you guys. What can I say? Mamba out.